Hi everyone. Welcome to the official Ballards channel. Hope everyone is doing well.
I know y'all are doing well. They should be doing well.
I hope so.
Okay. So today what are we discussing? I'm curious. The topic is
The
what?
topic of today should be dun dun dun. Dun. Good question.
I thought it's right there, literally.
Yeah,
Was you gonna
it is.
fall back on that?
Yeah. It's up there.
Okay. All right.
They know what we're talking about.
All right. I just don't want.
Now, is it true that the first year of marriage is nothing but bliss?
I mean, I would not know, as we are newlyweds.
We're newlyweds. Bing, 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 bing.
But I could say this: that's a good stigma. I think that they say that the first year of marriage is bliss. You're supposed to enjoy each other for the first year. You're not supposed to take on anything that will come into the relationship or the marriage and hinder you from enjoying your partner, your loved one, your significant other. So, in order to do that, you got to make sure that you have boundaries set up to make sure that you don't allow negative energy to come in and disrupt your vibe.
Negative things, negative people.
Negative things, negative people. One would like to believe that it was going to be blissful. It should be blissful, because even though you were dating before, we were dating before.
Oh yeah.
We're still learning one another, even through the marriage. You're still learning, and you're going to continue to learn. Even 10, 15, 20 years down the road, and continue to learn.
But you learn a lot, and here's another thing: you learn a lot when you actually live together. So that is like the moments of wow, this is how this person is. Besides us going out having a great time, this is how they are indoors.
Yep.
So you get to see the real them. There's no hiding. No matter how much acting you put on, the true you comes out when you live together. Okay.
Yep. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Always. So.
Not to put on any airs or anything. I'm just gonna say something so I know. Prime example. We got new carpet in the house.
Yeah.
Got new carpet. Needed carpet in the house because the old carpet was just horrible. So I was told to uphold a standard. Like don't walk with your shoes on in the house. Take your shoes off at the door. And for the first month of having the carpet, I think I did a pretty good job. I might actually slip open. Now I just kind of like run. I just kind of like, because I'm like, look, I got to take, if I'm coming in the house with something quick, and then I have to unlace my shoes, run up the stairs, come back downstairs, lace my shoes back up again. It seems trivial, minute to me. But today, I came in the house, I acknowledged the fact, and I took the shoes off, and I was like, and that's a learning curve for me because I'm still getting used to, being held to a different type of standard. You coming up and like nobody took shoes off, you just walking out. But I know from my wife explaining from a West Indian culture, it's totally different. So we're learning.
Yeah, my family is from Barbados, and I have friends from all over the West Indies, and you just don't walk in someone's house with shoes on. You might find a few that just be like, go ahead. But no, majority of the time is take your shoes off at the door, show respect. Don't bring in whatever you've been stepping in inside the house. And the crazy thing about it is people don't realize how much germs and different things end up on the bottom of your shoe. So you bring it inside the house and you decide, hey, I'm free. I want to sit down, enjoy this carpet. And you remember, well, I just walked such and such and it was kind of disgusting, and I walked right on the carpet with it. And plus, if you want to maintain the carpet for a long period of time, you must take care of it. So therefore, you don't want to keep taking your shoes and walking all over the carpet, bringing in all sorts of stuff. Because what if you step and poop or something and you don't know? And next thing you know, you're walking in the carpet. Next thing you know, you're on the carpet floor saying, "Oh, I just want to lay here for a minute," and your face, you're just like, "Woo!" Yeah, no.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen. But it's just an example, like, hey, it could happen. So, and plus it keeps down certain elements. So if you have kids, grandbabies, whoever, they won't be subjected to certain things that you bring in the house with your shoes. Just like, wash your hands. You don't want nobody touching your baby's face if they don't wash their hands. You don't want nobody touching your baby's face, period. But, just certain things. We're learning still about each other. But the thing is, as a married couple, newlyweds, we explain, we are open to hearing and understanding, his side, his point of view, and vice versa. So we could come to,
agreement?
Yeah, agreement.
Meeting in the middle?
Yeah.
Like the energy level?
Oh.
Because I'm like
it happens in relationships and marriages,
I'm like a vibe.
Yeah, he's a vibe.
Like a flatline vibe.
Yeah.
And she's like the cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
So, sometimes when men, I'm going to speak to the men real quick. Sometimes, you just want to kind of just come in. You just want to sit down. Decompress. Good. And, the tidal wave then comes in and just kind of washes. So I
don't know what you're talking about.
So we just want to relax sometimes and,
I let you relax. Let me tell you how great he get his little relax on. He has food ready for him when he comes in. He has a, nice juice or whatever he wants at the time, water, and nice salad, so on and so forth. Everything is already prepared. He ain't got to touch anything. Mm-hmm. So he, decompress. He wash his hands, change clothes while I'm heating up the food to warm it up because it's already prepared. And, he's there eating, blah, 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 and show love to our furry babies. Then I'm sitting there while he's on his phone checking his messages, and this is me. I wish I was that phone. But I'm just okay. I'm gonna be honest.
Come on, here we
are. Wasn't really the lovable, snuggle kind of person or whatever, or hugs. So I'm like, don't touch me.
PDA, no public display.
Yeah, I wasn't that type. But then I worked for a cancer care center, and they did a lot of hugs, and I slowly got into it, and eventually I just been a hugger. I'd be like, hey, blah, 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 and I realized, with him, he's so adorable at, majority of the time. And I just want to snuggle him. And I don't know, it's just something about him. So I'd be like, oh, my baby. I love him so much. I'm like, I just proved your point, huh?
That's the energy level. It
and
might
I
seem
always
small.
have a lot of energy, but I can't help it.
And I'm not saying that I don't appreciate it.
It's that good food, that green banana and stuff.
I'm not saying I don't appreciate it. I enjoy it, It's just every once in a while. Sometimes, we have a train of thought. Even if I'm just sitting there, just because I may not physically look like I'm doing something, I could be processing something. And she says, he's on his phone. So, if I'm checking my messages, a lot of times if I'm on social media, it's because, somebody's left a message or interacted with me or something.
Or got a sale.
Yeah. So it's like, I think that the other thing is like, besides just the, working towards our first year is time management. Although we're supposed to be having fun and enjoying it, we still have to manage so that we do have time. Like, for instance, for some reason this weekend we had time to do everything. Like because I think we shut everybody out though.
Yes, we did.
We shut everybody out.
I'm about to do such and such. Love you. Talk to you another time. And you have to do that, especially when you're married, because it could be family, it could be friends. You love them unconditionally, but you have to shut it down because this is your immediate family now. I want to make sure he's well fed, house clean, everything is good.
And reciprocation on that one. For her to do all those things in the household and not, I don't want to say be told to do it, because that's not what I'm getting at. But she does it on her own PR, personal recognizance. And you want to show that you appreciate, her. I want to show that I appreciate her. You want to show that you appreciate your spouse. So of course you take time out. And what we did this weekend could be like small to it. We went out. We saw 2 movies.
Yeah,
we saw 2 movies. We got to see, Wakanda Forever finally.
Yes, finally.
But we enjoyed it, and then we got to see Avatar the second one. It was her birthday weekend, so she got a little bit of spoils and things like that.
A little bit, man. I was spoiled.
And then went out, had a nice lunch, and then a nice dinner. We went to the Elephant Eye for dinner.
It was delicious.
And we went to the Burrow Owl for lunch.
Yes.
Both vegan restaurant options, mind you.
Vegan.
Very good. If you're ever in the Colorado Springs area, those are 2 nice. Especially the Burrow Owl. They're not hit or miss. They seem like they hit on everything.
Everything. They were good.
And then, if I can say,
babe.
she got a gift. I'm not gonna mention. I'm pretty sure you'll see it later on. But she stick around. She got a gift.
Oh.
That she'll be.
I can't show it off.
No, not on this segment. But
okay.
She got a gift that you'll be seeing later on down the road. Because we.
Ooh, a surprise.
Yeah. I don't even want to go any further. But we took the time out, and I feel as though sometimes if you don't schedule things and you just spur the moment, you do enjoy yourself. But I think planning is important.
Yeah.
Because if you put things in plans and you don't break them, therefore you follow through.
Yeah.
Not just in your personal life, it shows that if you can plan in your personal life, then you can plan in your professional life.
That's true.
You can plan in your professional life, and doing that as they coincide, one won't interrupt the other.
Exactly.
They may, shoelace or zigzag, intertwine, but they're not gonna one's not gonna condemn the other.
And it's always good to have things. It's good. Not always, because once you plan something, it might not go as planned. So, but it's good to have like a outline of the day or the week ahead of time, so you can mentally prepare yourself, physically prepare yourself, and spiritually prepare yourself, as we do, as our new things starting early in the morning. Well, starting throughout in the day of reading a Bible verse, as him being the head of the house and me being, his queen, of course. We want to make sure we establish a great and strong bond, pertaining to our spiritual,
faith background.
Exactly. So, we hold each other accountable and we get it done.
So speaking of which, what happened today? What did we do today this morning?
Oh.
From jump.
Okay, you want me to go from the very beginning when you first woke up?
From jump.
Okay.
From like.
So, we went to the gym.
Fitness is key.
Exactly. Fitness is key, and we do it together.
Yeah. So not
motivate each other.
Yeah. So not just spiritual fitness, physical fitness. We're on our journey.
Exactly, because you got to get that summer body right.
Yeah.
And what's his name? I forgot his name. I don't know. I can't remember if it's Bling Dog, Summer Body. Play that song, get your exercise on, because you want to be. Cause let me explain something to you. I always been slender, but look nice, right?
Mm.
He's been muscular, looking all chocolate, delicious. So look, I joke around with him and be like, look, I can't have you out here looking all marvelous and I'm up here looking crazy. So, you know.
But spirituality isn't all through that. It's a spiritual growth through that too. When you're there to encourage one another and you vibe off, you feed off of each other,
hold each other accountable.
Accountability. The alarm went off. We got up early. It was like alarm went off at 4:15.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to be at this place by 5.
And what did I do?
Hey, got up, shot up, jumped in the shower.
How did I shoot up, babe?
Yeah, you was up singing. I'm not gonna imitate it, but you were singing, strolled into the bathroom, and
And what did you hear in the bathroom?
Singing, more singing. Harmonizing. She would pray in there, and and then come out, and and then we get our stuff together. We get our gym equipment, and we're off, and then we get a good hour and a half work in, and then we came home.
Put it in.
Put it in. Just do something with your partner every day. Even if you can't get out to go to a gym, if you got a extra room in your house or the living room, get a mat and do some stretches and just comfort each other. Just because that's a comfort to me. It's a comfort to know that someone is interested in the same thing that I am.
Yeah.
And it's not just pumping weights; it's just overall wellness, life wellness.
Yes.
And then number 2, it's a comfort knowing that that they're there with you, they're partaking in it. You've invited them into your domain. I've been invited into her domain, and it's an agreement.
Yes.
It's a beautiful agreement. And once you start seeing each other's developing stages, and hey, look, I see you got a little cut right here. Oh, you so you inspire one another. Yep. It's a great team effort. From the eating healthy, to the to the praying, to the reading the Bible scriptures, to the meditating on those scriptures and applying them as you go through the day, and then as you go through your separate ways throughout the day, because I may transition to the right and she may transition to the left. We're still on each other's mind, texting, hey, how's it going? We keep each other informed,
Exactly. Make sure we let each other know, hey, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. This is where I am. Mm-hmm. So, and that's another thing.
What?
A lot of people think, oh, why would you let them know where you are at all times?
In this day and age?
Yeah. If you're married, wouldn't you want to know where your loved one is? Because think about it. God forbid if something happened and they're knocking at your door, hey, do you know where your wife or your husband is? And you're like, well, the last they told me they were at the supermarket. Right. Well, man, we found them at a blah, 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 blah. Yeah. That's kind of horrible. And just in case, especially for emergency purposes, if you guys can't come to an agreement to be like, hey, I'm going to keep you posted on locations just to make sure. Because with him, I'd be like, I'm at the supermarket. I'm at such and such, just so he know. So just in case, God forbid, something happened, where's her last location? Let's look, so on and so forth. And plus, I don't want him to worry. Somebody really care about you and love you. They're going to worry about you.
Concern, big concern. And, especially like I said, like we were just talking earlier today about the video that you shared with me about the lady that was jogging, and caught on camera, there was a man that came out of nowhere, started jogging behind her. Yep. But there was a car on the left side forward in the video. Come to find out, they were plotting to abduct her. Yeah. And so you had to be careful. I mean, not just because she's a woman, men get abducted too. Yeah. So it's definitely a communication between the two, and it's not being nosy. You're not snooping on, well, where are you at it? No, it's just like you said, you're concerned, and you want to make sure that your loved one is protected, because little bits and pieces of information like that can be just enough to save a person's life. Exactly. It's just enough to save a person's life. So I'm in full agreement
with human trafficking going on, sex trafficking going on. Remember, they're literally stealing people for their organs, stealing them for sexual pleasure, to sell them. So you got to be very careful. Kids, adults, it don't matter who. They are coming after you. Yeah. So You gotta be careful.
All the time.
So marriage, they say the first year is nothing but bliss. You're human. I'm not perfect. He's not perfect. Definitely. But we always come to understanding to say, hey, let's sit down and talk and figure things out. How could we resolve this situation? Yeah. And because that's how much we love each other, we look at each other and be like, I can't stay mad at you. Right. And I don't want to be mad. I want to love on you.
I'm so glad you said the word mad, because the word hate is very small, but it's a strong word.
Yes.
And you don't want to let the sun go down on your anger. Exactly. So if you ever having a disagreement, don't go to bed mad. Don't go to bed mad, because that is roughly, if you sleep on an average 7 to 8 hours, that's 8 hours of anger that's festering.
Yeah.
The buildup is going to be worse when you wake up.
Yep.
It leads to no communication. It leads to, looking at, literally being, I'm just curious, and I'm just going to throw this out there to the audience.
Yes.
If you've ever been in a situation where you're in the same household and you walk past a person,
that's not good.
And the energy that you're displaying is being met back with the same negative energy. Yep. That's a recipe for destruction. Yep. So please make sure that y'all talk your things out. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna wait for him to come say something to me. You don't have to be, I'm gonna wait for her to, be the big, if you feel like at that point in time to be the bigger person, say, hey,
and if you're wrong, acknowledge you're wrong.
Admit to it. It'll make a better day.
Yeah, admit to it, because if something happened or occurred that transpired because of whatever actions that was done, just say, hey, let's sit down and talk about it. How could we make it right? Exactly. Or how could we have went about it a different way? That's the whole thing about maturity. And that's what I love about him. I love him so much that I'm like, look, I'm not gonna be mad at you. No. Look at that face though. I can't stay mad at that face, especially you crack that smile. Like, and I'd be like, he's so handsome, my baby. But anyway. But it's not easy. Relationships, marriages, you have to put in work. You have to be mature. Exactly. And, it has to be real love, because if not.
You know what? I heard somebody saying, and I'm not trying to copy, but just a caveat, that it says is you don't marry a person because you fall in love with them. You marry a person because you fall in love with the idea of being in love, and the idea of being married. You are married to the idea of being married before you're actually married to the person, because what you see in that person is ideal for your own spirit. Like people don't. This is just me. This is my personal opinion. I don't want to project this on anybody.
Judge-free zone.
Yes, judge-free zone. I did not marry for personal gain. I'm gonna say that again.
Say it.
I didn't marry for personal gain. Like I needed to be married because I'm gaining. I married to build into her. She married to build into me. I married to fulfill her visions and goals. She married to, and I'm just speaking. Yeah. She married to fulfill. So it wasn't personal gain. There were pieces that we were both missing. We just happened to have each other's missing pieces.
Yep.
And so we were looking to what if I marry. I'm looking at her. If I marry her, if I marry this woman, what is it that she's missing in her life that I can attach to and fulfill? That's how I looked at it. And to me, once I identified those things, and I came in and I started, fulfilling some of those absences, because we both had absences. You had holes, potholes. I think I had like a foundation in the back, but I was, but I look at it as like, at the end of the day, It's not, you have to take yourself out of the equation. And when you do that and you start to see another person's vision, then your vision will be fulfilled, if that makes any sense. That's just my opinion, I feel. But I do love her. And I fell in love with the idea of marriage. But what attracted me to her is like, I can sustain some areas that she was absent in. And I know she's been sustaining a lot of areas that I was void in. So that's just how I feel about it. This is my opinion.
That's his opinion. Yeah. It was rocky in the beginning. And we worked through a lot of the things and realized, hey, we both love each other dearly. And even if we tried, like when we're dating, hey, we were so busy, we didn't talk for like a week or something. It kind of it bothered me, it bothered him. Then we start realizing, hey, I really love you. I can't even imagine a day not speaking to you, making sure you're okay. And we had a lot of common goals, a lot of common hurt.
Yeah.
And, we spoke life into each other. We planted seeds into each other. And the things that we both wanted, I'm just going to put it out there. What we have endured or dated or been with in the past was not our fit for what we wanted in life. Right. We basically wasn't, as you would say, the others weren't on the same sheet of paper as we were. As we were the go-getters, the discipline and everything else, others were more like, I like that idea. Show me the money. Or certain things. That's from my, side. So with him, it was different because we both worked on it together. It wasn't just one-sided, just my side, or not just his side working and building while people just would reap the benefits and the rewards of all the hard work, sweat, blood, and tears. So we both had a lot of common things, and we both knew what we wanted and what we did not want in a relationship and in a marriage from our previous experiences. Yeah. So we worked hard, and to be honest with you, it wasn't that hard.
No, I mean, like you said, life is the best educator.
Yes.
It definitely showed its face.
Yeah.
Through adversity, and I think what made it easy is because we actually, not just because we share experiences with each other, but I think it's because we, honestly, we set limits with each other at first.
Yes.
We set in the dating process. We set limits. Like, listen, this is about as much as I'm going to take. Yep. This is about as much. This is what I'm not gonna accept.
And we're not.
But we're not repeating. And we also, but the beauty of it is, we also told each other that we're not our pain.
Exactly.
You're not your pain. Your pain does not define you.
Exactly.
So the things in the past, we can easily talk about, and then we put things into place to mitigate so that we wouldn't be a reflection of those things again.
Of our hurt, our pain, and different things like that.
And it's over. And it allows us to easily just get by. We see those potholes before they even, try to. And what I mean by that is life is, just because we're together and things are great, it doesn't mean that life ain't throwing little curves here and there and trying to, hey, but we navigate well. We navigate well because we are both looking out for one another's well-being. I think that's why, because she sees things before I do. That's like my third eye. So spiritually is like, hey, and I appreciate that, because sometimes I could be blinded or misguided by, because sometimes we do act on emotions versus thinking things cognitively, sitting down and rationalizing, we act on emotions. And I could flare up and she could be like, hey, wait, hold up. Let's come from another perspective.
Yeah.
Let's think about it this way. And I'm like, okay. okay, so she's telling me this for my benefit. And if I act out the way I was going to do, it was going to destroy both of us. So, I think it's just it's a blessed and, beautiful union that we have. And, of course, I look forward to not just sometimes I look forward for many years. We haven't even hit 1 year yet, but I look forward to building, multiple years until we great.
Yeah.
I ain't getting.
He gonna be the silver fox. I don't know what they call. I'm not growing
no hair back, but I'll just get gray right here. I can get gray.
You'll still be handsome, so you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I'm flirting. Hey, let me not flirt with this sweatshirt on. Nope. Please don't try me. Try Jesus. He's still working on me.
I think he's working on all of us, and that's the beautiful thing. He still have an opportunity. Don't give up on God, because he'll never give up on you.
So you guys, what's your personal experience with your relationship or marriage? Was it hard? Are you going through something? Do you have any questions on how to go? Whatever questions you have, if we're able to assist in any way, just let us know. Comment below, share. And is there a Bible verse that we could project out there to them pertaining to marriage?
Pertaining to marriage. Well,
what God?
Might have to edit this part in.
What God put together.
Yes. So for what God put together, let no man put asunder. And the unity. The Bible says when a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing. He finds a good thing, and he shall leave his parents and cleave unto her, and then the soul shall become one. I know we just talked about enjoying your marriage for the first year. I'm gonna just put this little nugget out there. In order to do so, we spoke about it earlier, but I'm going to emphasize it. The reason why we were able to enjoy last weekend is because we shut out a lot of people. Yes. And it's not a bad thing. Sometimes you just need your space.
Yeah.
If your marriage right now is, I don't want to say on the rocks, but if your marriage has other things involved in it that don't need to be there, folks, circumstances, whatever, you got to learn how to eliminate those things.
Yes.
And once you eliminate those small things, you'll see that you have room, because those things are stealing your time. They're stealing your joy, and they're stealing your time. Your creativity is lost when that happens too. So, thinking of things to do together, it's just I don't know what to do, versus saying, hey, you know what? The schedule is open and let's just get in a car and ride, because you never know. An opportunity may just pop up. Yep. And you can just fall into it, and some of those spare the moment things can actually be the most enjoyable things.
Most memorable, yeah. And the thing is, also you have to remember, life is so short. Don't like my husband said, don't go to bed mad. Try to work things out, because your husband or your wife could go to work and not come back. Exactly. God forbid. And that was the last conversation you had of you cussing them out, you disrespecting them, or being upset, and that will haunt you for the rest of your life. So even though you're upset, if either one of you were out of pocket, did something wrong, apologize, sit down and talk about it, resolve it, be mature about it. We need more households of people that actually communicate with each other, respect each other, throw the pride out the window. Don't talk or base anything off of how your emotional state at that point in time. If you need time to yourself to calm down, cool down, go to a different part of the house. Do not leave the house, because anything could happen to you, or vice versa. Okay, guys? We love you, and hey, we'll be back. Yeah. Okay?
We might come back with that surprise that we was talking about.
Hello. So, guys, enjoy, comment below, share, and subscribe. Okay? Yes. Ding, 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 ding. And Valid Power. Booyaka.